Hello guys, here is my first introductory video to Proteus. So I'm using an IS Professional 7 Professional, that's Proteus. So Proteus is a software simulation tool. We use it for electronic design automation, and we use it to create schematics and electronic prints, and we can use those electronic prints for PCB manufacturing, that's printed circuit boards. And so we're going to be using Proteus to design different circuits and simulate them. So we'll start with a simple circuit today. So in order to build, we're building a circuit that turns on a blue LED when the switch is closed and turns it off, and we're going to simulate the potential drop across the LED and see what happens. So by simulation is just seeing what happens with the soft or the soft copy of the actual circuit that you plan to design. And so if we want to design such a circuit, we need to simulate it because it helps in debugging and it helps in testing. And so in order to design, we need some components. So we need first of all, we need a battery, a power source. And so to get a battery, we come to this P. It's pick devices. So you just type on the keyword battery, and here is our DC voltage source, and click OK, and there we have the battery, and we place the battery in this blue square. You can place it anywhere you like, so I'm going to place it here. You can use this to zoom in. So here we go. So we need we also need, of course, we need the LED. It's a blue LED, so we go back and say we need a blue LED. Here is our blue LED. We get it, and we can place it here. We also need a resistor to protect the LED from high currents, and so we're just going to type minimum res for resistor, and it's a 330 ohm resistor. A 330 ohm resistor is good, so we're going to place it here to protect. And of course, we need a switch. We need a switch to turn on and turn off the circuit. So we're just going to type a switch here. Here is an analog switch. It just pops up, and we're going to add it to the design. And now we need to connect all of these components with wires. So we don't need to add wires. We just go to the terminals of the devices and link them up. And so it's really good. This is just a simple circuit that turns on a blue LED. So here we go. Now the value of the voltage is 12 volts. We can change it by double clicking on it. We have changed it to 5 volts. So here we go. And so in order to simulate and see what happens, we need to click on play here, run the simulation. So we run the simulation. Now the blue LED is off. There is no lighting of it. In order to turn this on, we need to close the switch. Close the switch and it turns on. We use these two arrows. Open the switch and it turns off. And so this is our simulation, and we've seen what is happening. And also now we can measure the voltage that is dropped across the LED. In order to measure the voltage that is dropped across the LED, we need a voltmeter. And in order to add the voltmeter, let's stop the simulation. In order to add the voltmeter, we come to virtual instruments mode, and we're going to see a DC voltmeter. There are other components here. Oscilloscope. You can use an oscilloscope to measure, let's say, the wave, the signals, if you're dealing with AC signals. And so you can also use a DC ammeter to measure the current. So let's get the DC voltmeter and place it here. Of course, we place a voltmeter in parallel with the device we want to measure the voltage. So here we have our voltmeter in parallel with a LED, and so the question is, what is the voltage drop across this LED? In order to answer the question, we need to run the simulation. So we click once more here, run the simulation, and close the switch. Once again, we close the switch, and there it goes. The voltage across the LED is 2.22 volt in 2 decimal places. And so there we go. This is just a simple circuit. It's simulation, and from now you can be sure of your values, and then you can go ahead to design and run maybe your analysis to optimize maybe a worst case analysis or a Monte Carlo analysis. Those are other concepts. So that is it. Thank you, and we're gonna be uploading some more videos on more complex circuits. This was just an introductory video, and see you next time. Bye.